Well, hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. This time it's another Transformers Prime figure out on a late Walmart trip, and I picked up Viacon and this guy, Rumble, Decepticon Rumble. And when I picked it up, these figures haven't been around here, so these are kind of new to the Indiana area. And they had two Viacons, this guy and a Sergeant Cup. And I passed on Cup because I didn't like the look of it. It's kind of a pea green. His head looked like a cross between Ironhide and Cups, and just didn't look good. And I figured if I'm going to get two figures, I want two different ones. So I went ahead and picked this guy up because he is very, very different. Now, this is one of the few figures that they've released, along with Cup and Ironhide, that do not appear in the show. So he is a toy unique character, and it's kind of a shame because I kind of like the way he looks. He looks interesting. Definitely different. First I didn't care for it, but it kind of grew on me. Kind of like the what was the Wheeljack repaint's name? Dead End. I didn't like that figure at first, but it kind of grew on me, and I think this is a little bit better figure. Looking at him, here's some artwork up here. It looks pretty cool, looks pretty decent, looks pretty menacing. And of course, this is one that comes with a DVD. DVD included, full episode. And here he is in his little car mode. You can see the DVD back behind him. Decepticon Rumble. On this side, it just says Decepticon Rumble. He is a deluxe class. Series 1, number 14. Wonder when they're going to do a Series 2. This is quite a few figures in, and we haven't seen a Series 2 yet. On this side, it's got Decepticon Rumble. Here are his stats. Strength of a 5, intelligence of a 3, so he's not very bright. Speed of an 8. Makes sense, he's a little car. Endurance of a 6, rank of a 4, courage of 7, fire blast of 6, and skill of 4. And I question the fire blast because he's got the big pile drivers, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. And then we got the little Decepticon logo there, looking pretty cool. Underneath, we've got, by these other figures, Sergeant Cup. I just don't like that guy. The Shadow Strike Bumblebee, which is the same figure, just repainted with some gray and black on him, and Arachnid, which I have yet to see that figure, and it's a shame that is not a triple changer. I don't know why they didn't do that. Now, on the back, here's the back of the package. What he looks like on the back. Here's the robot. Here's his bio. If you want to pause and read, you can. His car mode, they call it a tuner car mode. I'm guessing that's because it's a car that's tuned up, kind of a souped up little Japanese Tokyo Drift style car. And then why don't they put Decepticons there on Decepticon packages? I don't get it. I don't get it. His bio says, chaos and destruction are all that Decepticon Rumble lives for. His powerful pile drivers send shuddering shockwaves through the earth, strong enough to knock out Autobots from their feet, collapse buildings and open chasms in the ground. So yeah, there he is. And I'm going to talk about this guy too, and I love the fact he's blue. Yes, bitches, Rumble is blue, Frenzy is red. Not the other way around. Big controversy on that. I would like to see this guy repainted as Frenzy in a red mode. I think that would be pretty darn cool. But yeah, all in all, looks pretty neat. Let's get this guy out of the package and see what he looks like, shall we? Alright, so here we have Rumble in his vehicle mode. And we'll get to it and kind of take a look at it here in a second. But one thing I wanted to point out, two things actually. One, the DVD that comes with Rumble is Loose Cannons. Unfortunately, this is exactly the same DVD that comes with Viacon. I don't know if they just randomly package them or if all the figures come with the same disc. If they do, that's unfortunate because My Little Pony comes with discs as well. It comes with episodes, but they're centric to the character. Like Pinkie Pie comes with a Pinkie Pie episode, Applejack comes with an Applejack episode, etc., etc. I wish these would come with different episodes. That's just kind of unfortunate, though it doesn't really matter that much to me because I buy the seasons. However, I think that would be kind of nice to people who don't buy them, just kind of an extra little giveaway. Although it is nice because you're paying $15 for these tiny little toys. It's kind of nice to get a DVD episode with it. So that is, I can't complain about that, but that is unfortunate it's the same episode. Now, The other thing I noticed straight off the gate here, if you look at the back of the package, notice how on the pile drivers here, they have blue paint on the back. However, the toys are just jet black, and that is very unfortunate that those are not blue because they do look nice with the blue paint apps on them. So that is a little unfortunate. Now, his vehicle mode, it's not too bad. It's a little compact type of car. Oh gosh, I don't know what that thing is supposed to be, like a Focus looking type of car. The spoiler up here looks very, very strange to me. I like the translucent red plastic on the windows. Unfortunately, they did not paint this red back here. That would have looked really nice. It just looks kind of strange. In fact, there is no paint hardly at all on the back, which is unfortunate. We've got tail lights that could have been painted. There's a license plate. I like how they molded that in there, but there's nothing going on there. Now, they do have a little itty-bitty tiny Decepticon logo, which is very cool. And the other kind of weird thing is, if you look at this just right, do you guys see the face? There's two eyes. The Decepticon logo's a nose. It's got a little smile down there and cheeks. Do you guys see that? He looks like something from Cars. That just looks hilarious. So that's kind of interesting. The side of the vehicle, we got these horrible, horrible pegs for these pieces to go into when they click on. So it's supposed to look like some kind of a booster, a rocket booster or something, or giant machine guns hanging off the side of the car, which... yeah, they don't look very good to me, but they look better than some of the other ones. Now, I will say what I do like, and it may be hard to pick up on this camera, but, I mean, this kind of looks like a gas cap, and around the edge of the molding, there are little tiny divots in there, kind of like some gas caps that you see, the chrome gas caps that have the little divot bolts in there. So that's kind of cool. I do like that. We've got a Decepticon logo up front. We've got a black painted grille with black headlights. That's unfortunate. Been nice if they painted them red or something. We do have a nice gray bumper. I like that. Well, the wheels, I like the molding of the wheels. In fact, looking at that, I think... nope, they are different. I was going to say, I think they're the same moldings as the Viacom, but they are different molding bits, but they didn't paint them. They're all black. I hate when they do that. That is very, very unfortunate. So we got some windshield wipers molded in up front, which look really nice, and then we've got some hood scoops here. So all in all, I mean, it's an okay looking vehicle. It's not the greatest. It's definitely not a car I would buy, but I think my favorite aspect is the little face on the back. That looks kind of funny. He's got like a little hat or a brow or something there. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, there it is in vehicle mode. Let's get him into robot mode, see what he looks like. Alright, so here we have Rumble in his robot mode. And it's a decent looking figure. It's an interesting color scheme. It's an interesting mold. The one thing that is glaringly odd, he has this giant goofy face for a chest that has a little yellow solar patch right here. I don't know what the deal is with that thing. I've seen other Japanese robot toys that were like that, so I don't know. That's got to be a Japanese thing. I just have no idea. I first, I didn't really care for having the robot or the car kibble up here, but I do like the red. It does look nice. I like the yellow going with the blue. I think that looks pretty cool. He has these kind of odd wings in the back that remind me of Six Shot for some reason, and he's got a really cool head sculpt. I do like his head sculpt. He looks very Beast Wars to me. He reminds me of like a Transmetal style Beast Wars character, maybe Rampage or something. I don't know, that's what it reminds me of, and so does this for some reason. Just very, very, very interesting. He does have some nice detail on his legs down there. I like the yellow kneecaps. I like his forearms. They look pretty cool. They look pretty good. Backside, he's got some holes and spots. That doesn't look all that great. I don't know why they couldn't just fill that in. What the deal is with that, and we got some empty spaces here, but all in all, not too terribly bad. I do like it. He does have some really awesome light piping. As you can see, his whole head lights up, and also you get this little face underneath him lights up as well, which looks kind of cool. I do like that. I think that's very, very interesting. It's very different. I really do hope they make a Frenzy version of this guy and repaint it red. Maybe put some translucent blue for his windows there, and paint it red, and then maybe silver for the highlights. I think that would look really, really nice. Would be very, very cool. So we'll see what happens there. So let's see what this guy looks like with his pile drivers. All you do is just put them in his hands and snap them down all the way. So he's got his pile drivers. Kind of hard to do with one hand. So here he has his pile drivers, looking pretty cool. So they can either be kind of a big Gatling gun looking thing, or they could be the pile drivers for his, kind of attack down and do the rumble thing, I guess. I do like the fact that he has the pile drivers. However, it would have been nice if these extended or something. I think that would have been very cool. They really, to me, just look like machine gun or Gatling guns built into his arms. I think that looks pretty darn cool, personally. Now, one thing I did notice on this character, there is no Decepticon logo in robot mode. The Decepticon logo is strictly in the vehicle mode on both ends of this thing. So, and they get hidden very, very well on this guy. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. But all in all, I do like this figure. I think he's very cool. And I do hope they make a Frenzy version. I think that would be very cool. One thing I noticed, his front part kind of doesn't really stick all that well to the back end. It kind of wants to fall forward, but yeah, that's okay. There's nothing really to snap it there, but it works. It's not too bad. Now, one of the odd things that I noticed in the instructions, when you look at the instructions, the figure they use has a transparent or translucent top on that top row there when they show the transformation. So it's a transparent piece of plastic altogether, and you notice it on this side as well in those instructions. It's just transparent plastic, so it might have been a prototype they used to get the black and white pictures. So I thought that was kind of interesting, because this is not painted or anything, but there is, well, no, I guess it is painted. If you look underneath, it is translucent red plastic. So that was kind of interesting, I thought. So yeah, other than that, can't really go wrong with this guy. I'd pick him up if you're looking for a Decepticon that's a little different, a toy that's a little different than what's already out there. He's definitely something cool to pick up and take a look at. One of the other things I noticed, and the kind of get his arms down and you can see it a little bit better. If you look on these back wing pieces, see if we can get one to fold down so we can take a look at. We see the old school gun pieces from Rumble. The plastic guns would pop onto his back, and those are molded into the door there. And that's a really nice little nod to the original character. I thought that was pretty cool. So all in all, he's very different, but at the same time, he is very cool. I think it's a good homage, and it's very, very different. It reminds me, like I said, a lot of Beast Wars figures. It reminds me of some throwbacks to the original Rumble with the pile drivers and the little guns back there. I think that looks pretty cool. And he's just got this weird little face. Hi, I'm a happy alien. So there he is, Transformers Prime Rumble. Thanks for watching, guys. And look for more videos in the future.